What is going on, guys? BrettO Live back with another video, and welcome to the Week in Review, episode 169. This is where we go over Raw and SmackDown in a WWE action figure setup style. I talk about what happened, tell you what happened, what they could fix, what was bad, what was good. We're going to start with Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw started off really freaking good, in my opinion. The opening promo I thought was really cool. It did go downhill, it went uphill sometimes, but there was some decent crap that happened on the show, really. So we're going to jump into it, and then we're going to about halfway into the video, we can jump into SmackDown 2. Stay tuned. Starting over here, we opened up the show with the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar came out center of the ring talking about how he's going to dethrone Roman Reigns at SummerSlam for the Undisputed Universal Championship. He ends up getting interrupted by Mr. Paul Heyman. Of course not Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns is a freaking coward. He gets interrupted by Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman talking about how Brock Lesnar is a beast, how Brock Lesnar is a conqueror, but there's one streak he cannot conquer, and that is Roman Reigns. They also get interrupted by Austin Theory. Of course, Austin Theory is Mr. Money in the Bank. Theory comes out, talks about how he could cash in after the brutal match between Roman and Brock at SummerSlam, which more than likely he's not going to, because they keep teasing that he's going to. So I don't think he's going to at SummerSlam, but you never know, he could. But yeah, he started touring with Lesnar, and then Alpha Academy pop in behind Lesnar. I guess they were told to do that by Theory. I don't know why you'd follow orders from Theory. But anyways, Alpha Academy, they tried rushing the ring and taking out Brock Lesnar, and it did not go too well. Brock Lesnar absolutely beat the living crap out of both of them with steel steps, suplexes in the ring. Otis got F5'd through the announce table. That dude's like over 350 pounds easy, and he got M5s through the freaking announce desk. I was like, oh my god, that was wicked. It reminded me of when Lesnar did the F5 to Mark Henry on the floor. That's really what it reminded me of, because Mark Henry's also a really, really big dude. So that was freaking nuts. And then, of course, he destroyed both of them with steel steps. It was an insane way to start the show. And then he pointed at Theory and Paul Heyman, who are still on the stage, as you could see over there. Great way to open up the show. I really enjoy every time Lesnar's on my screen. It was a great opener. Moving over here, we had a Raw Women's Championship match. It was Bianca Belair going one-on-one with Carmella in a rematch for the Raw Women's Championship. Nobody wanted to see this rematch. The match was lame. Becky Lynch was on ringside, actually, for this match, and she ended up screwing over Bianca Belair by distracting her for Bianca Belair to lose via countout. So she lost the Raw Women's Championship match, but she's still the Raw Women's Champion, because you could only win, or you could only lose the title via a submission or pinfall. So Bianca Belair's still the Raw Women's Champion. I found it kind of funny. Carmella thought she was the champ. She was holding up the belt. I was like, oh my god, what the heck's happening here? No, Bianca's still the champ. And then she just KODs her. So it looks like we're going to be having another match between Bianca and Becky pretty soon here. More than likely SummerSlam. Am I looking forward to it? No. Was this good? No. Moving over here, it was Judgment Day. Yes, Judgment Day. They had a match, because, of course, they are trying to recruit Dominic Mysterio. They want Dominic Mysterio in their faction. So Finn Balor went one-on-one with Rey Mysterio. Match was okay. I was actually pretty surprised when Finn Balor hit a coup de grace off the top rope to Rey Mysterio, and he won clean. I was like, wow, that's actually kind of shocking. I'm not going to lie. And then they jumped into the ring. I'm like, oh, are they going to take out Dominic? But then I remembered, I'm like, no, they're not, because they're trying to recruit Dominic. They're not going to take him out. So they just stand above him and show their power. They just beat up his father. So that's just going to show that, like, oh, these guys are powerful. Maybe I should join them. You never know. Will Dominic join them? I don't know. But I do kind of enjoy that. Like, the mind of Dominic. Like, what is he going to do? Is he going to stay with the fam, or is he going to go with the Judgment Day? It's interesting. Moving over here is Asuka and Alexa Bliss in a tag team match going against Nikki Cross and Doudrop. This match was kind of lame. Alexa Bliss was able to hit a DDT on Nikki Cross in the end to pick up the victory. So maybe this is a turnaround for Alexa Bliss. She hasn't done jack crap, in my opinion, ever since returning. So hopefully this is the turnaround. She just got a victory. Hopefully she jumps into the title picture soon, you know what I'm saying? That would be cool, because Alexa Bliss is really good. They just got to take that stupid Lily doll out of her hands and get rid of the garbage theme song she has, and then she'll be a little better. Literally, start there. Two garbage things with her right there. The doll and the theme song. Both crap. Moving over here, was supposed to be a 1-on-2 handicap match, AJ Styles versus Tommaso Ciampa and The Miz, but then it turned into a 2-on-2 tag team match between AJ Styles and Ezekiel versus Tommaso Ciampa and The Miz. The match wasn't too bad. In the end, we saw AJ Styles lock in the calf crusher on The Miz, but then Tommaso Ciampa jumped in the ring, not the legal man, by the way, and he just starts laying haymakers on AJ Styles, and the ref disqualifies him. Like, what? What a garbage way to end the match. So that was stupid. But then Tommaso Ciampa and The Miz tried getting the best of AJ Styles, but then AJ Styles did a phenomenal form to Tommaso Ciampa on the outside of the ring, and then Miz hightailed and ran away, which I thought was pretty cool. AJ Styles finally getting the best of The Miz and Ciampa here. Finally, on an episode of Monday Night Raw. Oh my gosh, I swear, AJ Styles, when he's a face, he's always the one being beat up. It's so stupid. Moving over here is the Usos and Omos. Usos, of course, Usos and Street Profits, of course, looking for a special guest referee for their match coming up at SummerSlam. Of course, it's a mystery special guest referee, so we don't know who the ref's going to be. But anyways, Omos came out and interrupted, and R-Truth interrupted a promo between Street Profits and Usos, and I really wish nobody interrupted this, honestly, because Usos and Street Profits, they were having such a serious promo, and he's like, look at me when I'm talking to you, cuz, like, I'm gonna take my glasses off, because, like, to show that I'm serious. I'm like, whoa, Montez Ford getting in his face, like, this is cool. And then it just had to go to jokes when R-Truth came out, and then Omos, too. Omos is a joke, in my opinion. So they both come out, and then it turned into a 3-on-3 tag team match, Usos and Omos versus Street Profits and R-Truth. It wasn't a bad match. In the end, freaking Omos, he was able to do a quick little powerbomb type thing and pin Angelo Dawkins. Why not pin R-Truth? Like, so you don't make the tag teams look bad. But yeah, they pinned freaking Angelo Dawkins, Omos did, and that was about it. So it looks like Omos might be the guest referee. That'd be the biggest referee of all time if they do it at SummerSlam. But yeah, I doubt it. I don't know. We'll see. And then moving over here was the main event of the show, was Austin Theory and Seth Rollins going in a tag team match, going up against Bobby Lashley and Matt Riddle. This was a great tag team match. I really enjoyed it. It was actually really decent, hard-hitting. I enjoyed Seth in this match. I enjoyed Riddle in this match. They were kicking butt. It was a really decent match. In the end, we saw Theory. He tried to cheat and get leverage from the ropes, putting his feet up on the ropes. But Dolph Ziggler, who was chilling on ringside for no apparent reason whatsoever. He was just chilling there. I'm like, oh my God, what is Ziggler doing? Is he going to turn face? What is he doing? Or is he going to turn heel? Is he going to freaking super kick Matt Riddle after he wins or something? What is Ziggler going to do? So Theory tries to cheat, puts his feet up on the ropes, get leverage. Dolph Ziggler pushes him off. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the start of a face turn for Ziggler. Guys, you guys know I freaking love Dolph Ziggler, but he hasn't been doing jack crap. Even his NXT run didn't go too well. So, yeah, what is he doing? He pushes the legs of Austin Theory off the rope. Austin Theory loses. And now we have the question, what is Ziggler doing here? What is he doing? He super kicks Austin Theory, current Mr. Money in the Bank. So now, Theory's feuding with Bobby Lashley, Dolph Ziggler, and technically Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Who is he not feuding with? Who is he not pissing off? I was like, what the heck? So Lashley and Riddle win. They walk away. He hits the super kick. I'm like, oh my God, so Ziggler's face? As you guys know, I've wanted a Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler rivalry for the past year now because the Dirty Dogs sucked so bad. So I wanted a freaking Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler freaking rivalry where Ziggler's the face, Roode's the heel, but they never did it. But I guess they kind of gave it to me. Ziggler's the face here, so that's cool. But yeah, guys, that was the way they ended the show, giving us a cliffhanger, which I do like. In the end, I'm probably gonna give this show a solid. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Believe it or not, I know it's right on the verge of being a 2 out of 5. But yeah, 3 out of 5 here for Raw. Let me know your rating down in the comments down below for Raw. And now we are going to jump into SmackDown. Continuing the weekend review, of course, here with SmackDown. We're going to start off with the opening promo of the show. No, it was not Corey Graves. I just don't have a Pat McAfee action figure, so I just threw Corey Graves up there, a suited character. But anyways, Pat McAfee comes out, talks about Happy Corbin, how he's coming for him at SummerSlam, talked about what he did to him at Money in the Bank, how he attacked him from behind, pulled him over the barricade, beat the living crap out of him, hit him with the end of days. He talked about how he's coming for Corbin. Basically, that's literally what he talked about. How he's coming for Corbin. He's going to take him out at SummerSlam, which I guess I'm looking forward to it. I'm not like super looking forward to it, but I mean, it ought to be good. They definitely have a plan to make it decent. And then, of course, he introduced the member of the first match, Liv Morgan, the brand new SmackDown Women's Champion. Pat McAfee introduced Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan come out. She had a one-on-one match with Natalya. This match was okay. Honestly, kind of a lame opener in my opinion. But it was still a decent match. In the end, Liv Morgan was able to hit the Oblivion on Natalya to pick up the victory. That is about it. Nothing too crazy happened there. Moving over here, the New Day. They came out dressed as the Viking Raiders. And I was like, dude, how old am I? I felt like I was just way too old to be watching this. I was like, okay, I know the New Day they're all about their jokes, which I love the New Day. I freaking love the New Day. But they came out just as the Viking Raiders. I'm like, oh, this is like so cheesy. So they were out there just making fun of them. And of course, the Viking Raiders aren't going to stand for that. They come out, brand new heel personas, looking to take out the New Day, who are dressed as them. And then Xavier Woods, he like blows this Viking call, and then Shanky and Jinder Mahal come out of nowhere and attack the Viking Raiders, and then it's a 4-on-2, and then they take out the Viking Raiders basically, and then scare them off, and they take the ring basically. But yeah, I found it kind of odd because Jinder and Shanky are technically heel. Well, Shanky's sort of a face because he's doing the dancing. But yeah, Jinder's still a heel, so I found this kind of odd how they're working with the New Day. But I guess the Viking Raiders have screwed over both teams multiple times, so I guess it kind of works. But as far as all this goes, I couldn't really care less, I'm not going to lie. Moving over here, it was Lacey Evans. She was scheduled for a match against Aaliyah for like the second week in a row here, and this is the second week in a row where it hasn't happened, but this time she just talked on a microphone about how she's being disrespected, and she's a former military vet, which, I mean, hats off. But I mean, yeah, I just found this so odd and weird, dog. The match didn't even happen between her and Aaliyah. Aaliyah's just standing there like, okay, are we going to fight or what's going on here? If I was Aaliyah, I would have just attacked Lacey Evans from behind and like, come on, let's freaking ring that bell and get it going. But yeah, this was lame. Basically the same thing we saw last week, just minus the women's rate. Moving over here, it was another match scheduled to happen that didn't happen. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus, winner to face Roman Reigns at Clash of the Castle for the Undisputed Universal Championship, or Brock Lesnar, whoever's the champion, after SummerSlam. But this was so odd. It randomly... Okay, so the Brawling Brutes come out. You know, Sheamus and his gang, they come out, they grab the ring bell, and then Ridge ends up getting in the ring, and the announcer announced Ridge Holland as the opponent, even though it was supposed to be Sheamus, who was posted in the card before the commercial. I was like, wait a minute, what is going on here? So it was basically Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre, but Drew McIntyre pinned Ridge Holland to pick up the victory. Yeah, I know, it makes no sense whatsoever. So confusing this was. But anyways, Drew McIntyre buried Ridge Holland, basically, and I guess Sheamus, at least the commentators are trying to push that Sheamus is afraid to fight Drew McIntyre, which makes no sense at all because he fought him so many times freaking over the past year here. He's fought him at least 4 times, so that is such a big lie. But yeah, this was all whack in my opinion. And then of course, moving over here, it was Austin Theory versus Madcap Moss, and I was actually looking forward to this match. This was actually a pretty decent match, I'm not gonna lie. They had some decent hard-hitting action, some decent freaking maneuvers in this match. I actually kind of enjoyed it, I'm not gonna lie. But in the end, we saw Theory use his Money in the Bank briefcase to cause a disqualification, man. Every time WWE starts giving us something like a decent match, they always have to squander it. Always make it a disqualification. I'm like, dude, really? So yeah, it's a disqualification. Madcap wins, but Theory basically wins because he's still got the briefcase, you know what I'm saying? So it really made Madcap look bad. And I really feel like they were piping in crowd noise for Madcap, which I found kind of odd. But of course, they're trying to put him over. He's the face. So Theory starts walking away. Sami Zayn comes out, starts berating Theory because he took the Money in the Bank briefcase. And then the Usos come out. Theory walks back to the ring. And then Madcap gets the best of Theory by throwing him into the Timekeeper's area. So yeah. that was nothing too crazy. And then we jumped into our main event, which is Jimmy Uso versus Angelo Dawkins for like the 10th time. And this time, Angelo Dawkins sets the powerbomb on Jimmy Uso, and Jimmy Uso's shoulder is up this time, just like Montez's Ford shoulders was up in Money in the Bank. Yeah, I don't care. I guess turnabout is fair play. Street Profits still won. But yeah, they technically cheated just like the Usos did. But then it ended in an all-out brawl after Adam Pearce announced the special guest referee for their match at SummerSlam, who is going to be JEFF, JARRETT, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett randomly is going to be the special guest referee for this match. I was super surprised, and I really thought about it too. I don't have an elite of Jeff Jarrett. Absolutely insane. Otherwise, I would have put him in this setup. But yeah, I found it very odd how it's going to be Jeff Jarrett. Do I care? No. But yeah, guys, that was SmackDown. Another rough show this week. Not as rough as last week, I'm going to be honest with you. This week, I'm definitely going to give it a solid 2 out of 5. Again, mid-show, very mid-show. Like, literally, I felt like nothing happened on this show. But you guys, that was SmackDown. That was Raw setup style. If you guys enjoyed, let me know your ratings down in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Brett out.